welcome back. You're still watching Morning Thailand with us. Continue on with the criminal cases here. The wood smuggling case that have been reported quite often here in Thailand. But yesterday, police in Kalasin province has held a press announcement announcing an arrest of one suspect, Kun Sirisak Mimat, age 36. He was captured in front of the Buakau school in Kuchinarai district of Kalasin province on a very high-class vehicle, the Mercedes-Benz van, along with the rosewood, more than 45 lots of rosewood worth more than 10 million baht in total, because it's the illegal woods, and it cost a lot. Police said that the arrest was stemmed from a report that they got a tip off from informants that there will be a gang trying to smuggle the rosewood across the border from Kalasin to Lao province. It seems so they had set up a checkpoint in front of the Buakau school, and this particular van has come in at a very high speed, so they were able to capture this particular suspect. And Kun Sirisak admitted that he was paid from one man in Mukdahan province for 5,000 baht and also one methamphetamine pills to drive this particular Mercedes-Benz van to transport the rosewood to someone in Mukdahan province, and he did this twice already. So police have been captured him, and he has been detained in order to track down for narcotics, traces of narcotics or other, to try to capture more evidence and more information that would lead to a larger scale arrest.
I'm pretty sure that there's a big person behind it, because the thing is, rosewood, which is like in this case is probably Siamese rosewood, is one of those very, very thick type of lumber.
Yeah.
And of course it takes very long time to grow, but a lot of them were used in furniture and such. It's technically supposed to be illegal to use these type of woods now, unless you grow it yourself. But obviously at this point, this is one of the biggest problem here in Thailand as well, for deforestation, because people are doing illegal logging. And I'm pretty sure that person behind it is probably quite big and quite rich as well. Exactly, because hey, Mercedes-Benz van, that's not cheap to begin with. Yeah. And obviously this person probably definitely not the owner. So a lot more investigation, most definitely. Now moving on to another robbery case to report. Again, it seems like ATM machine became one of those not so safe
machine.
No, but this time they used the welding to cut open.
Oh my God.
Cut open the ATM machine. So it's get to be quite, I'm not going to say quite clever, but I'm going to say that it's quite complicated the way they do it. And it was shocking, because you would think that this type of operation would actually catch someone else's eyes and a lot of witnesses, but surprisingly not. They say that this took place in Phuket province, Katu district. They say that the police has found quite a bit of I would say, a conflicting evidence against this particular case. They said that the ATM machine was actually cut open at 4 in the morning, but the officials or officers or the staff of the bank itself, of Thanachart Bank, did not report it to the police until 3 in the afternoon.
Oh, that's more than 10 hours later.
11 hours later. So they say, hey, it should not take that long. And the thing is, the police said that the Thanachart Head's office in Bangkok received the alarm signal from this particular machine, but they did not contact the police until later on in the day. So this is one other thing that they're going to look at as well. However, they say that altogether, including the damage to the machine, is estimated to 1.7 million baht in total. They say that the culprits the robbers got away with 2 boxes of money. So they have like 100 baht banknotes in one box, and another box contained 500 baht banknotes. So imagine how big is the box and how much it's going to stack in there, meaning that there's a lot of money. So they say that 1.7 million altogether. And according to the CCTV cameras and whatever left behind, the police say that the ATM was cut open from behind, and 2 trays of money, like I said, were taken out, and they found a gas cylinder designed to hold the gas for welding machine was there. There's also a canister of a gas there as well, and a pair of gloves that actually has been dropped near the ATM machine. So they believe that this is probably what they used. And according to the CCTV camera, they say that there was 2 culprits altogether that actually went into a store nearby and bought gas cylinder. So they believe that that's probably the case. And these 2 people were actually not Thai. They look like they are foreigners in terms of Middle Eastern descent. So at this point, the police is looking into this, but they're not cutting back the fact that the Thanachart Bank did not report it until 11 hours after it happened. So they believe that it could have been the inside job as well, but not sure yet.
This is a time the Thai authorities should do something serious about the foreign gangs trying to
I think they have
start
been
a hub
trying
in Thailand.
quite a bit, but you know what? It seems like it's become a safe haven for a lot of the criminals. Like, hey, Thailand is beautiful, and plus, apparently, it's a good place to hide as well. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that the police will look a lot more into this.
With the ATM skimmers, we got some measures to be careful about that. But with the welding machine, don't know how to protect and prevent that from happening. So now moving on to the preparations of the celebrations by the anti-government protesters on the Rajadamnern Avenue. As you already know, that Kun Suthep Theersuban said that the protesters will still continue to camp on the Rajadamnern Avenue and also at the government complex on Jang Watthana Road. They did not move anywhere after even though they said that they claimed a partial victory since early this week. Yesterday, the anti-government protesters are joining hands with the general public in cleaning up the roads and the pavements at the Rajadamnern rally site since a morning in preparations for His Majesty the King's 86th birthday anniversary. Reports said that Kun Hmom Rajawong Sukhumpan Boripat, the Bangkok governor, led dozens of water trucks and garbage trucks to help the public in cleaning up the area where the protests against the Yingluck government have been continuous for almost 1 month already. They said that there were mops, brooms, and cleaning solutions donated by different sectors of the society as part of this Big Cleaning Day campaign announced by the anti-government leaders. However, Kun Suthep Theersuban, the protest co-leader, said that they will continue to struggle to overthrow Kun Yingluck and her brother Kun Thaksin Shinawat's regime and prevent Kun Thaksin from returning to power. Kun Suthep said that after a Thursday truce, the battle would begin again early on Friday. So it's like a ceasefire. But as people trying to unite and show their love and respect to His Majesty, I think this is not by an order. It's by their intent to do good deeds, to stop the conflict and any signs of violence. However, it seems that politics aside, they will still have to fight for their goal in order to achieve that particular goal that I said that would overthrow Kun Thaksin regime, even though there was saying about the People's Council. That would be the way. However, there would be reports later in the next break that would talk about the Section 7 of the Constitution. That would be the plan of the Kun Suthep Theersuban, the protest co-leader, that they were trying to overthrow the government, the Thaksin regime, and how they would reform the country. Talk about that later on. However, there has been rumors that the military will be taking part.
Of course, it's always a rumor, isn't it, in terms of whether or not the military will set in and such. But at this point, we know for sure that Kun Suthep said, well, today is a break, but hey, tomorrow, a full-blown. he has a lot more in store for us. But at this point, we're not sure what that would be. Obviously, it's going to be hopefully not as intense because I'm pretty sure that people should still be in the spirit of celebrating His Majesty the King's 86th birthday. And
That's right.
this is definitely not one of the things that His Majesty would like to see.
And it's already, we've been passing the worst part already. So after this, I think there should be negotiations.
I hope
More.
so. I hope so, because obviously this is not something that we would like to see. Now, moving on to, in terms of answering your question whether or not the military will interfere, there has been a talk already. Apparently, the reporter has been talking to the Navy chief and on Wednesday, and of course, the Navy chief have to once again, apart from the Army chief, who has always been answering the reporters' questions, saying that no, there will be no coup. Of course, we have to go to the Navy chief as well. And Navy chiefs once again reassured that that will not be the case because the military or the entire military force is at this point under the same opinions that they will not interfere with politics and let it take its course. Because they say that according to the Army chief, they don't really have that expertise to actually trying to figure out the political situation anyway. And there's no need to worry about the coup. It's not going to be the case. Now, according to Admiral Narong Pattana Sai on Wednesday, saying that all the commanders in the three military branches, including the Navy, Air Force, as well as the Army, has joined hands and discussed about the political situation and come to the consensus that they would not take any leading role in terms of resolving this problem. Of course, they will lend out a hand when needed, as you've seen earlier on when there's a protest or the there's a clash between the two sides at the Ramkhamhaeng University area, and the Army went in and tried to rescue all the university students, about 3,000 of them, from Ramkhamhaeng University. That they help out with. But in terms of a coup, that will not be the case. Now, this decision came after the armed forces requested the government to ease up in its opposition to the protesters to avoid any clashes, and of course that prior to today, because today is a great celebration. And Admiral Narong also said that the armed forces had wanted to avoid being involved in the meeting between Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra and of course the protest leader Kun Suthep Thaugsuban since Sunday, December the 1st. However, the meeting was held after National Army Chief the Army Chief General Prayut Chan-o-cha called for both sides to actually meet and talk, and he was there to witness everything. Now, they say that during the meeting, the military did not make any proposal or threat. It was only acting as the mediator for both sides, and the armed forces don't have sufficient knowledge about the situation to give any more suggestions because the current problem is a political one that involves administrative laws. Politicians, academics, as well as members of private sector should be the ones who lead the country to a peaceful solution. So, once again, no coup. Don't worry about it. There's not going to be any coup.
Yes, and about the updates of the anti-government protesters here, there are more information about the celebrations that will be taking place today at the government complex on Jangwatthana Road, at the Finance Ministry on Ramada 6, and also at the Ratchadamnern rally sites. There will be three places will be holding a celebration for His Majesty the King's birthday with the arms-making ceremony, merit-making this morning. And about in the evening, there will be a praying session and also the candlelighting ceremony for His Majesty the King as well. Kun Suthep Thaugsuban even called for people, a lot of people to join to show that support and morale to His Majesty the King.
It's going to be a busy day for all the reporters have to run around because, of course, like Kun Phai has said, this year will be the first year that the celebration will be held outside Bangkok in terms of His Majesty the King grants audience. All right, with that, we're going to take a short break. Coming back, we have the Section 7.
That we just mentioned there.
Exactly, the proposed Prime Minister instead of the elected ones, as well as the fact that the Prime Minister, Kun Yingluck Shinawatra, has called for I guess, a meeting of various sectors to help out in terms of boosting tourism section after this political tension. So please stay tuned.